Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Head shave now, and you'll be pleased to know I finally hit 750 again for a second time. Hopefully it stays there this time, and my giveaway is now officially 750. So I'm going to be using for my head shave Taconic Tequila Lime. I've held this one off for ages, since January, because if I'm brutally honest, it doesn't smell great. And it could be the tequila, I really don't know. I love lime. I can smell lime, but yeah, I don't even know whether this cream's went off or not. It's quite grainy and I don't know. Let's just see how we go. So all I'm going to do is take a good fingerful of it, put it into the side of my Saponaficio Maraschino shaving grail bowl, and then just work my way around the outside of it like so. And that's basically all I do. So it looks like that. Now slickness, it's a lot of slickness. You know, it almost feels like grains of sand in the cream. Can't get my words out today. Yeah. Anyway, let's just see how it goes. The brush I'll be using is the Brush Guy brush. Beautiful aqua blue colour, gorgeous brush. With the Brush Guy logo on the bottom. Lovely. It's got the boss knot in it. Now, as much as this feels and looks similar to the Game Changer knot, I find this one, the boss knot, just to be a lot more uniform in shape. The Game Changer sort of flops all over the place, and if you push it that way, it'll actually sit over there a little bit. Whereas this one, whenever you actually push it, it just pops straight backwards to a perfect shape knot. The Game Changer doesn't do that, so that's sort of makes me wonder if they are the same knot. Very similar face feel, similar fibre feel in the actual brush, but doesn't hold its shape a Game Changer like this does. Right, so let's get it dipped in the water. Flick out the excess and then straight into the bowl. And let's whip up hopefully a lovely lather. Now, from what I hear and what I've seen, it actually lathers pretty good. And I did do a test lather of this when I first got it, because I thought the scent wasn't right. I've just put a lot of water in there. This will be a test for it. I put far too much water in there. Most soaps would die with the amount of water I just put in there, so this is going to be a hell of a test. No, the scent's actually, it smells much different. It smells much more limey. I'm actually getting that sort of tequila scent now. But I tell you what, out of the tub, it smells dreadful. It smells like feet, smelly feet. It's just horrible. Not that I go around smelling people's feet, but that. My middle child has got terrible smelling feet. His shoes. You can buy him a new pair of shoes, and next week they're just minging. Well, so far I'm not super impressed. It's quite airy. Hopefully, just with a bit of working on it, it'll actually thicken up a bit. I never know when I get to this consistency whether to add more water or not, but I don't think I will. It's pretty much, I've beaten all the air bubbles out now. It has thickened up, but I can always add a bit more water on my head once I actually start lathering. As you can see, the only thing I will say is it's not got a massive amount of gloss to it. It's still quite airy. Just work it a little bit more. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get it any better than that. So it's not creams. You never get a cream, in my opinion, that does the same as a soap. The only cream I've used which has come close, well, there's a few, but the one that's come really close to the consistency and the quality of a soap is Occam's. So if you get a chance to get some Occam's shaving cream, it's superb. Not the best scented, it's very mildly scented, the original, but they do a lime one as well. So let's wet the head. And let's get lathering. Yeah, the scent's actually not too bad. I have made it known before that I wasn't keen on the scent. I thought it was minging. Minging means stinking, by the way, horrible. But it's not too bad. It's nicer than I thought it was. It's still not a super pleasant scent, but I'm getting the lime a lot more now, which is nice because that's the scent that I want to smell really. And I know in the wording tequila lime, the lime comes second, so you're expecting that to be the sort of base note, if you like, of the cream. Just going to dip the tips a bit, just see if that... Oh yeah, that's made quite a difference straight away there. As you can see, I hope you can see that sort of building up at the front there. You just stroke it back again. It's actually a nice consistency lather, if I'm honest. And there's plenty of it. It's got quite a nice shine to it. I don't know whether you can see the shine. Nearly painted my eyeball there. No, it's very good. So lather takes a little bit longer than a soap so far from what I can tell. But the actual lather itself is lovely. It's quite creamy. It's got a good consistency. Okay, Wunderbar. Again, my new go-to head shaving razor, and it will be featured quite prominently in face shaves as well. I've got an Asco red blade in here, second use, and they're great blades as well, cheapest chips as well. I think I've got 2 days growth, so I'm just going to go with the grain for the first pass. And that's like a knife through butter. So if you guys haven't seen the giveaway video yet, please do go and check it out. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button just down here. All you have to do is comment on the giveaway video and boom, you're in. And it's not the best, it's a 750 subscriber video, it's not the greatest giveaway, but look, it's a free thing that comes to your door if you win. And it's nice stuff. Now today I'm actually going to turn around and just show you the razor itself working whenever I get to the back. Now one thing I will say with this cream is it rinses off really well in the water. It's giving me pretty good protection. I just want to highlight again this razor. There's no overhang on this razor. I know I go on about it a bit with this one, but with Paul H films as well, the same with the Futur, it's just great knowing that the only way you're going to cut yourself is with the blade itself. You're not having to worry about nicking your ears and cutting places that you normally wouldn't just because it's got a bit of overhang. Right, I'm just going to turn around now and try and do the back so you can see how smooth this razor is on the back as well. Just a little bit there. Now it is quite strange trying to look away from the camera and shave the back of your head, even though you can't see the back of your head. Just looking in the mirror makes a big difference. Right, now, one thing I can say straight away, I think, just let me double check. I don't think it's too bad actually. Yeah, the residual slickness isn't great. It's not great residual slickness at all. I didn't think it was, I just felt a little bit slicker than I thought, but it's not. Let's reel at it, and then we'll go against the grain. Right, so this is against the grain now. So it's super smooth, but it's not a lot of residual slickness. I can feel it when I'm sort of re-going over the same area. There's certainly enough residual slickness, it's just not loads. But it's getting the job done quite comfortably. The scent is better than I thought it was going to be, better than I remember it. one thing I am noticing here, a little bit more here to take off. It could be that I've used this blade before and it's just not sharp as it should be, as sharp as I need it. Right, I'm going to do against the grain on the back. That'll tell me how good the blade is still. So let's see how we go. I just want to start this one here first. Right, so let's see how we go. Yeah, so there's a little bit of, just a little bit of juddering from it. It's nothing major. I'm just going to just relather that area there. Just need to sort of feel this a bit more because it's not taking the hair down as efficiently. And if I'm brutally honest, it's quite difficult to shave the back of my head without looking at the camera or looking straight ahead at the mirror. But it's still ploughing through. I'm actually still feeling little bits from the cream just floating about in the lather. Little bits of salt, little bits of grit. It's not affecting the shave, surprisingly. But it's giving me a sort of false feeling. I keep thinking I'm feeling hair and I'm not. I'm actually feeling little granules. Oh crap. Right. What time are we on? Yeah, it's alright. As long as I can break 30 minutes, I'm doing okay. Right, but there's certainly loads of lather. I'm just going to apply all this again and just do a final sort of full pass, full touch up. The lather hasn't dissipated. I thought it was going to be quite airy, but it's not. It's actually turned into a very nice lather. It's not got the greatest residual slickness, so it's not really great for guys going for a BBS shave that just want a bit of residual for the end. But it's alright. The scent has certainly surprised me a bit. I was expecting it to be horrible, but it's not. It's bearable. The problem with this scent is, if I walked into a shop, picked it up and smelled it, I'd put it straight back down again. So the only reason it's getting used is because I bought it. But I tell you what, this razor is superb. It really is. It's in a class of its own for its price. I think personally, it's better than the Timeless, better than the Mergress, but it's the best razor I've used. Don't get me wrong, the Mergress offers great adjustability to be able to dial it in to whatever you require, which obviously you can't do with this. This is a very efficient razor with literally no aggression. It's so smooth. It's the only razor I've used where I get no jumping, no juddering on the back. It very rarely overshaves me. I know I haven't had it long. Very rarely have to go over bits again. I haven't had any real problems with razor rash or razor burn or anything like that. So all I'm doing now is feeling around where there's no cream on my head, just to make sure I've got it's pretty much all knocked down. Now, I always end up with some on my crown, so all I do is just dip my fingers. I should get a bit of residual slickness, enough to just shave it, which I am. It's actually built up over the 3 passes, the residual slickness, which for those that go for a BBS shave on the face or the head, it works out reasonably well, because you don't generally do the BBS pass until right at the end. Yeah, it's not as slick as say Sterling or Wickham's Case Shave Works, although Case Shave Works I did react to it last time I used it, even though it's a soap that I've used several times and never had an issue. Now with your high-end artisan soaps, I wouldn't have to apply that little bit of lather like I just did. They just work. They just do a great job. Yeah, this blade's definitely going in the bin after this shave. I think it's just run its course. So there we have it. How are we doing for time? Not bad. I'm not sure if I've cut myself up there. I thought I had. A post shave's nice. Post shave's lovely. Yeah, there's no blood there. I thought I had. I think I've just worked this area a little bit much without any real slickness. Okay, moving on. Humphreys original witch hazel, 100% witch hazel with 14% alcohol, and I've put a good splash of lime essential oil in here now. So it worked very well for my face shave. Yeah, that's BBS, as good as you'll ever get it. There's nothing there that I can feel just now. I normally feel it when I put the moisturising cream on, which I will be doing shortly. Right, so the cream for today was the Taconic Tequila Lime. It was actually quite nice, it was alright. It wasn't, still not my sort of scent out the tub. The scent out the tub's horrible, it really is, horrible stuff. When you lather it, the lime comes out, it mellows a bit and it smells quite nice. It's about a 4 scent strength out the tub and probably a 4 once it's lathered up, but it's a completely different scent when it's lathered up compared to out the jar. The brush, one of my favourite bowl lathering brushes. I do find this brush is excellent for a bowl lather. The actual knot itself is great for it. The brush guy, Aqua, with the boss knot, which was superb, really was. Just trying to rinse it out a little bit while the witch hazel is drying in. Yeah, there we go. So that's what the knot looks like. Like you see, it just goes straight back to the way it was. Whereas the Game Changes flops all over the place, so I do think they're slightly different knots. Okay, I'm going to move on to Splash now, which is Elvado Royal Tahitian Lime. This is alcohol free. Very, very nice. It's got a good kick of mint in it. Oh yes. Just going to get a splash of that. Just a little splash because I'm going to finish off with a balm as well. That smells amazing, absolutely amazing. I do like the Elvado stuff, and then here comes the cooling sensation now, which I think comes from the mint. It's got a good burn to it as well. It's really good stuff, been well blended, got a lovely scent. I don't think there is. Yeah, there's no menthol in it. It's obviously the mint that gives you that beautiful cooling sensation. You can't smell the mint, it goes beautiful with the citrus fruits. And how we're doing is pretty much dried in. I'm going to finish off now with Sterling Coconut Lime, aftershave balm, post-shave balm. Just to give me that good bit of moisture back in, and this stuff smells great. Oh, it smells really good. As you can see, it's a very thick cream, so you get good coverage with it. Well, it's certainly nice, oh, it's lovely and cooling. There's no menthol in that balm, but I think it's the aftershave still working. Anyway, I really enjoyed that shave there, it was absolutely brilliant. The razor for today was a Wunderbar with the Asco blade, the red pack of Asco blade. Excellent blades, they're really good, but they just won't last very long. I think that's 2 head shaves and it's done, so that one will go in the bin. And then followed that up with Humphreys original, and I think you can see the difference in the colour. So that's the bottom, and there's the lime up the top with the lime essential oil. So very, very nice. Moved on with Elvado Royal Tahitian Lime aftershave splash, and then finished off with the coconut lime from Sterling. The balms from Sterling are absolutely brilliant. So heaps in there, it's good thick, and I can guarantee, yeah, post shave feel is just incredible. The moisture in your skin is just brilliant. Anyway guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button down here, and don't forget to go to the giveaway video, which will be on before my last video as well, so it'll be 2 videos ago. And all you need to do is comment and subscribe, and boom, you're in there. and hopefully your name gets drawn out. I'll get you to send me an email and we'll get some stuff posted out to you. Anyway, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.